When we got back to the States, we were in shock. We couldn't stay in South Africa. We had our visas revoked. And when we got back to Washington, we launched several protests with the American and South African governments. The South Africans eventually did respond. The DNA samples that they had confiscated from the university lab where they're being processed, they shared those with us.
Because the DNA readings that came back were so close to human DNA, the lab that did the tests claimed that they'd been contaminated with human DNA. How else, they said, could the genetic profiles have been so similar? They discredited the results, and they destroyed the samples.
The feeling was like something out of Orwell. This was Big Brother. They were rewriting history, basically writing this creature out of existence. And the question I ask myself is, why? Are they protecting their testing? Are they keeping the creatures for themselves? Are they testing the creatures? We don't know. Well, we still don't know. All we had now was time. We just kept pouring over it. The beachings with reports of bodies washing up on shore, where local officials had closed off areas, and in some cases reportedly with the help of American officers in civilian clothes. We kept thinking back to the beaching that happened right here in Washington, that naval medical team. We had thought they were analyzing the tests on whales, but now we had a slightly different theory. We tracked down the kids that had made the original report, and the Navy had spent a lot of time with these kids. They had even visited them at home, and they had convinced the kids that what they had seen was actually a seal that had decomposed, and that's why it looked strange. The boy had drawn a picture of what he saw. Now, nobody outside of the scientists we work with or the government officials that had confiscated our materials could have known what the skull reconstruction looked like. But this kid had a drawing of what he had seen. And it was a match. He'd seen the same thing. And that's not all we saw. The boy's mom agreed to show it to us. They hadn't showed it to anybody. The Navy had not thought to check the kid's camera phone. Now, that's not the first time the military's gotten caught by a camera phone, but back then most people didn't even have them. I doubt the investigating officer even bothered to check it. This kid had kept it. He'd kept it all that time.